Fight number 3, Tamir Sampy, Dalton Laroux.
Laroux, that's a real Cajun name.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Right to the action.
Nice stiff jab from Sampy. Again, big low kick. Man, Sampy's grounded. Every strike has something on it, too, even that jab. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it lands solid. It has a cut.
I like him in this plumb position. I saw that in his last fight. A lot of devastating knees landed there.
Well, and I thought you did a great job on your analysis before the fight, too. Doesn't rush in, right? Takes his time. You can see land a couple nice jabs from the outside. And now landing some big knees.
I'm curious to see how our gladiator fighter will do in the clinch as a wrestler.
That was a cheeky little hook he landed there, pretty close.
He's doing a good job of staying in Sampy's face. You know, that's kind of the best way to deal with a kicker is to really pressure them there.
Laroux pulls guard and puts himself in a leg entanglement here. I wouldn't be surprised if he's relatively competent with these, and people that are good here can really finish quickly, but this is fighting.
Interesting scramble. I liked that. Now Sampy has the back.
You know, I think if they were in jiu-jitsu class, Laroux would have maybe, you know, been able to scramble to the top there, but they're fighting, and Tamir Sampy was just able to get his hips high and win.
Well, it's interesting. Laroux was starting to have some success there, too, on the feet, and then elects to pull guard.
Yeah, that's curious. It makes me definitely think that Laroux is a leg locker. Wouldn't surprise me. Kind of almost pulls mount there going for the lateral drop, but a lot of energy expended, and Tamir Sampy just keeps it moving, rotates to the back.
Yeah, and Sampy's an athlete, too. You could see it right there in that exchange.
You can also tell Sampy's kind of relaxed here. Look at the way he's breathing. He's not panicked. He understands, like, this is a position to, you know, for a guy that's 2-0 with one kickboxing match, he's looking pretty savvy in these spots. Very impressed so far with Sampy.
Yeah, he's definitely taking that calm, measured style to the ground. You know, when you have somebody's back, it's really about them messing up. You're in the good position. He's looking to land big shots and just ride his opponent.
Yeah, and then just not panicking, keeping in a good spot. He's got 2-on-1 on his far side arm. Now he's gotten 2-on-1 the other way. He's just controlling, doing the right things. Laroux does a good job, gets to his feet, kind of spins into a neutral position. Dalton Laroux needs to try to get his underhook here, stay a little more rigid, because Tamir is kind of controlling the action. There's that underhook.
Tamir's definitely winning that head pressure battle. That's why he's able to stay so dominant here.
Because even Dalton Laroux's got the underhook. It's kind of negated just because Tamir Sampy's winning the head position. Right. Good round.
I like how Tamir was not just holding his opponent there. He was switching sides, looking for hooks, looking for knees. It was a really nice demonstration of how to control someone on the cage and look to land punches and knees.
Yeah, Sampy landed quite a few knees and tight there a few different times in the round.
Laroux had a couple decent little, I remember he did land a nice like left swiping hook on the inside. He also swept Sampy off his feet there for just a second, but then he curiously kind of pulls guard there and goes for the 50-50 position. It's, you know, not, I don't like it in fist fighting. You just lay yourself in a position to get smacked right in the face and head flat on the mat too, you know. It'd be one thing if you rolled him up and got kind of at an angle, but he was right there to get cracked.
Well, an action-packed first round between Laroux and Sampy.
Definitely curious to see the adjustments made after this first round.
Sampy again coming out, starting with a stiff jab. I mean, look at that thing. I told you, I wouldn't be surprised if he hits a knee if that jab connect. Look how solid that thing is. That looks like it's coming out like a piston.
I mean, right on the button every time.
Look at that knee.
Knee right up the middle. And Laroux's tough. He's hanging in there. He's trying his best, but Sampy is just physical. And technically speaking, he's kind of ahead as well. Just those punches are straight. That jab is true.
Well, as soon as Laroux went for that underhook, he was met with a knee by Sampy.
He's constantly pummeling, constantly in motion.
Controlling the inside position. Sampy's kind of trying to loop things in.
He's doing such a good job with the plum, those knees.
Sampy can't bend at the waist in that clinch position. It just makes him so vulnerable, especially to the body of the knees. Guys that are good in the clinch, if you watch Ty's clinch,
nice takedown.
As they come into that position, their hips actually come in.
Sampy really showing that he is not just a kickboxer tonight.
I was about to say, he looks very complete. The first knee in that 4-knee sequence really hit hard, too. And now Sampy on top with 1:45 to work.
He's definitely listening to his corner. I just heard them say punch with your left, and he did it almost immediately.
Work, do something, just do some damage. Why not? I've got to give a shout out to Flash MMA. I mean, this was something that I've said about them for a while, is that they were talented guys who typically lacked in grappling. Nice little scramble there by Dalton Laroux, kind of just flipped his hips and went. Not exactly technically sound, and typically when you're going up against a guy a little more athletic, it's hard to do, but look at him. They're back to their feet, back to a neutral position. Again, if you just look at his posture, nice little single leg dump there again. Flash MMA, they can grapple now. This is good. This is good, guys. This is good.
Sampy did a good job not accepting that. And he just worked back up to the cage, got back up to his feet, and now he's back in that dominant position. And that's part of the wrestling exchanges. You're going to get taken down sometimes, but it's about whether or not you accept being down.
Yeah, once your shoulders hit the mat like they are right here, it starts getting tough. You know, oftentimes when you get taken down, the best time to get up is as you got taken down. You got to get up immediately. Good armbar attempt here. You can tell, again, Laroux is not, he's never out of this fight. He's kind of getting dominated positionally, but he's still going for it.
And you never know. Sometimes you throw out those Hail Mary submissions and they sink.
That's right. Even there, he kind of got in a 2-on-1 position where he was trying to get a little cheeky arm lock there. Almost swept. But Tamir Sampy just dominant.
Dominant round, and the athleticism really on display in that round. Right there at the end, is flipping right back onto the back. I mean, everything Sampy's done has been impressive.
He never stops moving, and it's not just athleticism. It's athleticism plus technique.
Yeah.
He's got the right technique, and then he just keeps on transitioning, and it's hard to catch up with.
There's some high IQ stuff there in round number 2 from Tamir Sampy. And it feels like he's ahead 2-0. There were some moments for Laroux in that first round, but Sampy definitely won round number 2, and it felt like he was ahead in round 1.
Yeah, I would say on my scorecard, definitely Tamir Sampy, 2-0. Dalton Laroux, again, he just needs more moments. He needs to be more consistent. And it's a posture thing. I'm telling you, when they come in the clinch, he's kind of bent at the hips, and he's just eating those knees from Tamir Sampy.
Definitely. I just want to say it's been neat to see Sampy progress in this sport. We got to see him kickbox against Timoteo Lopez, and then we saw him take on an MMA fight back in August. And every time I see him, he just gets better and better.
Watch this jab.
How do you deal with that jab right now if you're Laroux?
I mean, don't circle away from it. My Lanta. There it goes again. And see, Laroux answered with a straight right. That's how you deal with it. You get back. Again, Laroux kind of trying to jump the gilly there, but Tamir Sampy able to land right in side control. Just, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's a posture issue. Even there, as he struck in, he's bent at the hips. Tamir Sampy ducks, penetrates, and just blasts right through him.
Yeah, like a linebacker finishing a tackle right there. That was impressive stuff by Sampy, and now
beautiful pass again by Sampy. Beautiful pass. I'd like to see a little urgency from Sampy now. We're a third of the way.
I was about to say we've seen him progress. We've seen the kickboxing side of him. We see him now implementing more of the ground game. He's got the control, and now he needs to find a way to do damage from that control position.
I think Dalton Laroux is tough too. He's a pretty savvy guy. He understands the positions they're in. He's not going to give up anything easy. But Tamir Sampy is just so physical. I'd like to see him posture up and create some strikes of meaning. I think he could get us out of here. We'll see it develop. I know this kid, I'll tell you what.
That's what I'm saying.
I think he's one to keep an eye on. I like him.
And it's not always easy to do damage in these positions.
Yeah,
As soon as you let somebody go, they're moving.
I think what I can tell early, too, is he's a good decision maker. You know, he's really not putting himself out of position, but that can be a double-edged sword, especially as we try to stand up as we get going through other matchups, getting different opportunities, turning pro. We want to be able to finish guys. That's something that people look at more than they think. It's okay to be 10-4 if you've got 10 finishes. You know, people like that stuff.
Sampy right back onto the back of Laroux. 45 seconds remaining here in this final round.
And Laroux definitely struggling to get out of these positions as soon as he's up.
Well, Sampy's corner.
Sampy is on him.
Calling for it over here. Said, forget
double.
all this, let's go for the finish.
Single.
Laroux did a good job, tried to arm drag out of that, but again, just kind of a little lazy with his leg. Got to be urgent with our takedown defense. It's a difficult, I'm the pot calling the kettle black. I'll go out there and just pull guard quick sometimes if a guy's a good,
He's a little too complacent here. He needs to look to get a leg
exactly.
to the fence and
There's
try
got
to
to be
stand.
some urgencies. When we're down.
His opportunities here, it's like he kind of wants to stay in that jiu-jitsu realm, and he needs to use the fence to help him
and
get
I
up.
think that's what makes it difficult to finish a guy like that. He's kind of slippery, kind of rubbery. Great performance by Tamir Sampy. I mean, complete. Wow.
Very, very complete arsenal from Sampy.
Yeah, from start to finish, a dominant performance here through 3 rounds by Tamir Sampy. He'll stay undefeated and move on to 2-0, 3-0 if you count the kickboxing on his record. But he really showed everything there. I mean, the striking, the jab was so impressive. The jab had Laroux ready to pull guard, and then he found out, oh, this man can wrestle, he can grapple, he can do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I mean, that jab was teeth rattling. I mean, it's a weapon for Tamir Sampy. I hope to see more of it. This kid's got a future for sure. Maybe another Louisiana gunslinger down the road, a guy to keep an eye on. I like him. Out of Flash MMA, they grappling around here too. Why not? Let's go. Nelly on the track, why not?
Nelly on the track, yeah. Gotta love it. Dynamite into the cage, Cobra Kai into the cage, should I say, with your results.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of hooking and jabbing, scooping and slamming, hanging and banging, we are going to the judges' scorecard. All 3 judges have seen and scored this bout the same way. Therefore, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, fighting out of the red corner, Tamir Sampy.
Tamir Sampy takes care of business, moves to 2-0, and he'll now be joined by Victoria.
Hello, Tamir. Well, we have seen you really progress in the AKA cage. We got to see you kickbox before. We got to see your last MMA fight in August. I mean, from your stiff jab to the brutal knees, you showed dominance on the ground. You're turning out to be a really well-rounded fighter. What is your training like, and how do you feel right now?
We really train hard every day. My team at Flash MMA, I just want to thank all my training partners and my coach for making this possible, and that's pretty much it.
Well, how soon would you like to get back in this cage?
December, Lake Charles, let's do it.
All right, well, congratulations. Excellent performance. Looking forward to see you fighting in here in December. Everybody, give it up again for your winner, Tamir Sampy.